Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are revisiting another, I guess you'd call it Jigabyte deck, but I was using it way back when with this card mostly. That was Witch of the Black Rose, and we'd use it with cards like this, Inari Fire, and Nefarious. Now, she's pretty tricky. She's a level 4 tuner, can't be special summon. When this card's normal summon, while you control no cards, draw one card, reveal it. If the card you drew is not a monster, you send it to the graveyard and she gets destroyed. So we're running very few spell cards, just 5, but that can still happen to you. So you'd usually want to wait to use her draw effect when you already have a spell card in your hand or something like that. Or if you still already have a spell card in your hand, you can even block her effect by setting your spell card first and then not doing the draw and just doing your basic plays. So she's a little tricky, but she's very powerful when you use her right. And I'm trying out another Spellcaster tuner. So that's pretty much the difference between this deck and the Xyz deck, is I'm using more tuners now as my Spellcasters. We're going with way more Synchros than we are Xyz monster, but we have still snuck in one little sin. So we're using Frequency Magician. You get him from Carly Carbine, I think she's a drop. When he's normal summon, you put a spell counter on him. You can remove the counter, and a monster gains 500, a monster you control. So it could be him, it could be something else you have. He's just a level 2 tuner. That can work with our 4s to bring out a 6 boy, either a Brio or a Psyhemoth. But we're also using Labyrinth Builder, so then that would give us 5+2 into a Black Rose. We could go 4+5 into a Vermilion, and other plays with our I think we have a 3, yeah. Other plays with our Labyrinth Builder, we have a 3 to 5 into our Scrap Dragon. Now the play I really want to focus on is Scrap Dragon. That's why we're using a lot of level 4 tuners. This guy doesn't really do anything special. And we want him with our level 4s. That way we get a Scrap Dragon, but I want to keep a Jigabyte on the field, because if we do and we destroy him with Scrap Dragon, he gets to special summon one of our other monsters, because it's not just your opponent. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon a monster. So when he's destroyed by Scrap Dragon, you get to special summon a monster. So it's pretty much a free instance of destruction on a monster, hit some back row, and then hopefully just finish him off for lethal. So cool little combos. I used to run this Witch deck way deeper, doing way deeper stuff of almost full monsters. Pretty interesting little deck, but Jigabyte really throws it over the top. Even with just his float ability, like I said, the synergy with Scrap Dragon is pretty cool. Frequency Magician, pretty useful after you're top decking him when you already have boss monsters out. And he's just a level 2 tuner to get your combo started. So, still cool little deck. Probably focusing Xyz is a little more beneficial, but I think maybe mixing in a tuner of some sort would work too. So there's probably got to be some optimized version of both. I'll have to check it down the road, but I hope you guys enjoy for now, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing an Agami going first. So he is going cubic monsters, but generally the field we build could handle a pretty good amount. So we're going to go into a face down Jigabyte with a Cosmic Cyclone set. This way he could float. We don't have a tuner or a Spellcaster, but all our Spellcasters are tuners. So we're going to Cosmic Cyclone 1 spell card. Just pretend it was a face down, and we're just facing 2 face down. So here we go. Black Witch, normal summon, special summon of our Nefarious, lift up our Jigabyte. This way we go Scrap Dragon, destroys the Jigabyte. That's going to special summon an Inari Fire. Immediate outright, it can perfectly attack, just a normal float of Jigabyte, completely activated by Scrap Dragon. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba, going second. So one of the other plays I want to show, I don't think I get off, is a Frequency Magician with multiple monsters. Here we're going to Cosmic Cyclone, because that way you can use your Frequency Magician to bump up something like a Jigabyte up to 2k, sitting there with your Brio, and then that's a lethal amount of damage. So you would normal summon your Frequency Magician, special summon a Jigabyte, special summon an Inari Fox, synchro into a Bryonic just like we do here, but before you do, you You use your Frequency Magician to bump up your Inari Fire, and then we finish him off with lethal. Here, obviously, we didn't do that, but that is a play I wanted to show. I wasn't able to get it off perfectly in a win or anything. But it would work just the same with the Brio, but we would have finished him one turn over. Here we had a Cosmic Cyclone to fall back on to stop his Fiendish Chain and finish him all the same. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a little Yugi. Going first. Let's see what he's got for us. So we have our Witch of Black Rose. We're gonna normal summon her and get our draw. We draw another Witch. Now we're gonna special summon Jigabyte, special summon Nefarious, and keep a Scrap Dragon and Jigabyte on the field. That's generally what you want. You want Jigabyte being the fuel for your Scrap Dragon's effect. That way you could get a special summon right out. So we're gonna normal summon our Black Witch. Now we're gonna Scrap Dragon his monster with our Jigabyte. He chains some sort of Valkyrie card, but as soon as we chain our Jigabyte effect, he scoops. We have been able to summon another monster, special summon another Scrap Dragon even, or a Malevolent Sin if we would have just wanted to get through the monster. But we already destroyed the monster, would have just been some back row, so plenty of options, great stuff. Alright, here we are facing Ataya, old school Ataya no less, going second. Our boy has no extra deck over there, using Holy Guard. So if I had to guess, I obviously know what it is, but if I did genuinely have to guess, no extra deck, Holy Guard, it couldn't be Gladiator Beast. I would have guessed Gladiator Beast before, but no, it would have to be Amazonas, because Gladiator Beast now use their extra deck. Amazonas, they're like, what's an extra deck, you know? So we hit that in a Floodgate with 2 Cosmic Cyclones, bring out our Ice Barrier Tuner, going with a Synchro this time, or an Xyz this time. Go with Malevolent Sin to banish this monster, because we know what he is. So we really don't want to interact with his monsters. We're gonna just leave his monsters over there and continue the duel without him, because we know they're those pesky Amazon monsters. Now he flips up a Spy and normal summons a Spy, only 800, same as my tuner, so he pretty much kamikazes my tuner. Now we get a Frequency Tuner, we banish that monster. Frequency Tuner is already 800, but imagine she had a little more life points. Frequency Tuner would have a little more power at 1300, and we're enough to overcome that one Canadia, and we finish her for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing a Rex. Going first, going for a freaking rank up. Now, if you haven't heard, I'm trying to rank down, tumble in the ranks till May, and do what'll be called Meme May, where I'll make way more spicy, memed out decks versus a lower tier. So right now, after this rank up, I'm in Platinum 5. I was Platinum 1 start of the month, and I've accidentally ranked up to Platinum 5. I really underestimated how hard it would be to not act like you could just win 2 in a row and accidentally get a rank up after a loss. It's just crazy. Anyway, here he's going with Night Beam over our Cosmic Cyclone. We went with a basic Scrap Dragon. In case I didn't show it, I think I blocked my Black Witch's effect. Yeah, by just setting a card. I set my Cosmic Cyclone, that was blocking my Black Witch's effect. That way we didn't get the draw, but she wouldn't have been destroyed. I think obviously we would have been fine anyway with the Nef, but it's okay. We're going to destroy our Inari Fox. Now Inari Fox, I think, yeah, he'll come back too. So once per turn during your next standby phase, after this face-up card on the field is destroyed by a card sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it. So he works really well with our Scrap Dragon as well. Great stuff, guys. But yeah, I think mixing in the tuners, not focusing on the tuners. I mean, I love the Scrap Dragon plays, so maybe genuinely just the Black Witch level 4 tuner. And I mean, worst case scenario, you're using her draw as a comeback mechanic only, and then you just use everything else as a normal tuner, and then you can just do the Scrap Dragon plays with Jigabyte and still pump out more Malevolent Sins than we have here. So we'll have to see down the road, probably a little ways from now, because all those skills are about to change. We'll get all those skill change decks and check those out, what we're gonna do. So until then, hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.